join him. I'm trying to out-mace Mace.
It's a great effort. It's a lovely shirt.
Classic cars. Let's hope it's a classic match as well. There's a lot of history between these two. I heard Gary Anderson there saying he wished he'd come across from the BDO to the PDC 10 years ago. I'm not sure that Phil Taylor would think the same, Chris.
Yeah, and a few others.
Well, there he is, 46 years old, from Burnham-on-Sea down Minehead Way, and won the world title in 2015 and 2016. Gets here by beating Benito van der Pas and Raymond van Barneveld. Phil, well, he's been playing well here as well. Impressive winner against Michael Smith, and then earlier on against Peter Wright, who didn't really get out of second gear. In terms of TV record between them, Phil's got the big advantage. Career record, he's also ahead, but of late, Gary has risen above him in the world rankings.
Yeah, well, the past sort of 3 or 4 years, we've started to see the best of Gary. The player we all know he is and what he's capable of doing. He's been actually incredibly talented from very early on in his career. But it just never seemed to happen for him.
Crowd in really celebratory mood tonight. It's an absolutely foul night outside. It is hammering it down, Chris. I don't know if you've ventured out, but it is not pleasant.
Freezing too.
But they love it in here.
It's hot in here. It's going to get hot on that stage.
Check out the odds. Who's the favourite? Gary?
Oh, actually, no, I didn't. No, I didn't have a look.
Wouldn't have been by a huge amount, I wouldn't have thought.
No, it would have been each of 2 pretty much, I would have thought. We know what Taylor's like. He can just all of a sudden produce it.
55.
Just
edgy
a bit of
opening.
sparring, isn't it,
Yes.
before they really settle in. There's more like it. Ah, the game starts here, I do believe.
16th of the tournament, first of this match. Incredible, 107.90 tournament average at the moment for Gary. Phil wallowing down on a 102.
It really is going to be the
84.
final lap of tournaments. He's going to get some tremendous receptions. He got an amazing reception when he got up there on the stage.
Gave us
Gary,
goosebumps.
here we go, this one for the first one, and he's taken it with a break of throw.
The opening leg of 15 darts, and started a little bit iffy, but dropped that 180 in and cleaned it up lovely with a tops there. As you said, 15 darts, break of throw.
81.
Phil's serious about walking away. The nearer it gets towards the finishing line, I think the more emotional he's going to get. It'll start here tonight. If he goes and wins here, I think there might be the odd tear here, because he said this will be the last time he's in Milton Keynes, at least playing darts.
One venue that will choke him up, and that'll be the Winter Gardens at Blackpool, the World Match Play in the summer. It's one of his favourite venues, and that'll be quite a tournament with that being his last one. I'm sure that will get to him.
15 times world match play champion. Everybody talks about the 16 worlds, but it's not been too bad there, has he? 11 world Grand Prix, the Premier League, the Grand Slams. His record over the last quarter of a century has been nothing short of unbelievable.
Yeah, well, it's sort of, when you look at Bristow's five world championships, 5 world masters, you know, in a relatively short career, which was shortened by the yips.
Sid Waddell will be looking down on him somewhere and saying, I was pretty pleased to have been a part of it. I think he might have said it in slightly more flowery language than that, but you know where I'm coming from.
Absolutely, and poor old Dave Lanning, who we lost recently as well.
Good visit, and this throw of Anderson now is under a little bit of pressure. Is Taylor going to get the immediate break back, or will Anderson do something spectacular? No, not this time. He didn't like it, did he?
78.
No.
Phil requires 75.
He really needs to keep Taylor under it. That's a really poor dart. That was was nowhere near
43.
his
Gary requires 74.
target of treble 17.
20 for tops for Gary Anderson for 2-0.
34.
Edgy, isn't it?
Gary
It is very.
required 32.
Phil won 4 out of 5 of their World Series meetings in the last couple of years. Surely now. In we go. Third attempt, and it's the break back.
Gary just got to make sure he doesn't get frustrated by this. He did it a few times against Taylor, where he played brilliant up to the point of meeting him on that stage and then just didn't quite produce. Maybe he's trying a little bit too hard.
96.
He had the Indian sign on him in early, didn't he, when he began in the PDC? He won the first time they played over in Holland, wasn't
Yes.
it? In the Netherlands. And then I think he won 12 on the spin, Phil, on the back of that. Gary Anderson's second maximum.
I think he was in the final of the IDL or the World Dart Trophy. World Dart Trophy in Holland. And it was some final. It was the astronomical averages. I think he averaged 107 in that final.
The chance going up for Gary Anderson.
Taylor,
95.
my memory serves me right, 18 180s and got beat 7 sets to 3.
What an extraordinary memory you have, Chris.
Beauty of having Richard Ashdown in the as a spotter.
He managed to remember it from fully 2 seconds since he said it.
Oh yeah. I actually do remember watching the final. I think I was in that very tournament. I think.
He'll just be looking for another treble here to set up the double top.
85.
Well, 3
Just off
legs.
the barrel.
Could we possibly have 3 breaks to throw?
Very possibly.
It's now.
Double 16.
That's it.
There you go. 2 out of 3 for Anderson on the doubles.
Could be 3-0 up, John.
Game on.
One of the more remarkable statistics of the last few months was those 22 180s that Gary had to equal Ted Hankey's record in that final against Michael van Gerwen. He'd love to have the chance to rectify that defeat, I think, if he comes through this.
Ted Hankey record is one I remember.
Well, you were on the receiving end, weren't you?
Still should have won.
There are people around who say that Ted on that day was as good as anybody has ever been.
Well, in terms of scoring, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I led 2-0 and then somehow managed to blow that. It was 2-all, and then led 4-2 and had dart. I left 51 after 9 and double out after 9 and lost both legs. He was hitting 180s to leave 13 and 11 and 15, and it was just bizarre. He completely rattled me.
39.
Anderson's
Well,
getting
something
into
like that, but it's not after the watershed, so
Yeah, we'll say it how it really is after 9 o'clock. Or possibly
78.
not.
it was a wide 180 there.
Get the impression that Anderson's getting into the groove here.
Yep.
Phil's going to have to go with him.
Oh, Taylor way back on 88 average. Anderson over the 100 now.
60. Gary
Well, is he going to go
requires
3-1 up
64.
now? Look, 8 would leave tops. He's checking the scoreboard.
Well, he hit double 16 really clean
48.
previous visit, well, the previous leg, so
No check out, of course, for Taylor, so he's just going to have to hit something huge.
try and force a mistake.
Well, Julie does hit something huge. The reaction of the crowd, but that certainly spurred on Gary. 3-1.
Field to throw first. Game on.
And he definitely looks the most comfortable of the two at the moment, Gary.
When they were looking for a word to sum up how this match might be and what they were needing
50.
once they got up on the stage, they came up with the word momentous. Well, it's not quite there yet, but it's starting to just sort of bubble up,
81.
particularly
Yes.
so far as Anderson's concerned. Amazing what a television camera does, isn't it?
$140.
Terrific atmosphere as ever. It's
Yeah, it's a
become
cracking venue, this.
It is. It's become a good part of the early season, hasn't it? The early year.
It's got a nice shape to it. Everybody's got a good view of the stage. As you can see, the seating tiered at the back.
Well, another one. 9 darts to 131.
57.
I wonder if he's going to put this away. Break at the end of this leg. He'd like to go out in style.
Double 16.
How stylish is that? A 131. He had some cracking finishes this afternoon against Peter Wright.
Boards round.
$60.
Nicely poised, this one. Who's going to hit the turbo button first?
$57.
One of them's going to have a little streak.
It's kind of that knowledge you sense that it's possible for either of them. It was nearly a 180. Possible for either of them, which has led to just 1 or 2 jitters in the early stages.
Yeah, it's real nervy stuff. Almost too much respect for each other.
95.
It was a while before he really made his mark in the PDC, Gary, wasn't he? Won the Premier League on a couple of occasions. Players' Championship in 2014. Remember that? He beat Phil Taylor on the way, and that was when it was kind of his My Fair Lady moment, wasn't it? My God, I do believe he's got it.
Yeah, yeah, he turned a big corner. Those 2 World Championship victories were back to back. Fantastic.
He does seem to thrive on the Ali Pali stage.
$99. Gary
Both on
require
110.
110.
Who's going to get first poke at a double?
Treble 18 maybe. He's got it for double 18.
Game shot
Very
at the
nice
sixth
indeed.
leg.
Just
Gary
masked
Anderson.
by our camera, by his
Field to
previous
21st.
dart, but there you go.
Game on.
Just to make sure. Perfect lie for Taylor. Just drop this on the other 2. Oh, really?
140.
Oh dear, was there?
Again, darts are low for Gary.
54.
You have that as a repetitive thing which is creeping into your game, and you've seen Gary do it on a few occasions.
No, it's
Any
just,
particular reason?
yeah, you just start to use a little bit too much of your tricep where you're trying to force, so you end up dragging the dart down. That's much better. It's getting to the end of his action, so he's almost pointing at the target on after release. Where if you're a little bit tight in the tricep, you tend to let them go a little bit too early, and they just don't carry to the target. They always end up a bit low.
Phil on a finish.
It's much better. See how much smoother that is?
Beautiful.
Pretty little things.
Anderson 121, treble 20, his first target.
And £1 for every time he's done this.
Bit unlucky that first start, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
89. Gary require 146.
I like the look of the barrel, but the stability of the dart doesn't look great in flight.
58.
Forever tinkering around, changing his dart configuration, Phil. Double 16 now with the latest weapon. Wide barrels, aren't they?
Yeah.
And in we go.
Incredibly, his initial success came with an Eric Bristow dart, which is just a long, well, very similar to the Gary Anderson dart, but with less grip.
131.
And when he changed from that style to almost a John Lowe type dart, Everybody was flabbergasted. So I change in
85.
point length, stem length, or flight shape, or size, or thickness, but to actually go to a completely different setup.
140.
Anderson still with that break. Slightly longer format in the semi-final, as you see. 21 legs, best of. So first to 11.
45. $100.
Scottish power versus English power. It's Scottish at the moment. Oh, the French.
No comment.
77.
Don't get all Basil Fawlty on me.
Require 130.
Plenty of moustaches and stripy t-shirts and garlic. Here we go.
90.
Oh,
Yeah, he split it. No need to go for the ball. Taylor way back, 294. Not even halfway through the leg.
so Anderson poised to take another two-leg lead. Tops.
30.
He's got 4 out of 7 so far in his doubles. Double 10 now for 5-3. Nicely done.
5 from 9 now, highly respectable. 56%.
58% his tournament average, 60% his tournament average, so he's more or less on it.
Yeah, just his scoring's down a little bit, that's all.
131.
Again, he's playing Phil instead of the board.
It's easy to say don't do that, but when you've got the guy who's dominated for the last goodness knows how long, and you see him every time you walk back.
And give you numerous hide-ins, it's almost impossible to switch off from it.
99.
A little bit of calm out in the MK Dons arena now.
It's just not quite caught fire yet, has it, this match?
It's a nice shirt. Loud
Nice whistle.
I could see myself becoming a devotee of these outrageous shirts. I think now I've started on the path, Chris. It's something which I could possibly stay on.
I apologise for your bankruptcy. It's an expensive habit I wish I never started.
You ever wear them twice?
I try not to. Up to nearly 50 now in my wardrobes.
Grief, must be a big wardrobe.
Well,
Right,
3 of
Anderson.
them.
Anderson, 164. No.
So it's looking like 5-4. Gary's got that one break of throw. Cushion.
Phil Taylor tells leg Gary to throw first.
Break at the end of this leg.
59.
It's not a great start now. Taylor, can he capitalise? 140 had helped the cause.
I think he heard you. Far too many of them, Phil.
84.
Real stray stuff.
Not throwing as well as he was earlier. That's certainly true. Talk about Gary maybe playing Phil Taylor rather than the board. Maybe Phil was doing the same.
Yep. He averaged over 100 in both of his previous matches, Taylor, and he's down on 95. Gary at 98.39.
16.
So both below par in their previous efforts.
96.
The 4 players who are in these semi-finals tonight were in the semi-finals of the 2016 Premier League and the World Match Play. Oh, excellent. 3rd maximum, 6th of the match. Same match configuration. On both occasions it was Michael van Gerwen who beat Adi Lewis and Phil Taylor who beat Gary Anderson to get to the final.
Spooky. Repeat, revenge.
35.
A good solid leg from Taylor. 42 left after 12.
120.
Gary can just
require 42.
stand back and hope.
It's a must-take though. Anderson poised. Well, that's handy. Double 16. And nicely done. Taylor's 5th out of 9, also finishing well. And now they go to the break, because that is a break back, and you can see Phil's pretty happy about it, jigging around and dancing around the stage, having a little joke with the referee, Russ Bray. Crowd enjoying it, the players enjoying it, maybe Taylor a little bit more than Anderson after that leg, because they leave the stage with the match locked, first to 11, and it's 5 legs apiece.
Just kick on and put sort of 3 or 4, 11, 12 dart legs together, which we know they're more than capable of.
Anderson having one of those so far, kind of almost off nights, which he sometimes slips into his games.
Yes. The thing is nowadays that you can't get away with having one of them off nights.
Not a lot wrong with that, mind you.
No.
171. Another one of those, and he'll be looking for the you-know-what. The crowd are starting to buzz a bit now. They will be now, because that's 6 of them. 147, how's he going to go for that?
Well, I know which way Ronnie would go for it, but let's see. It should be 60, 51, 36.
OK, well, let's see if he can do it. 147 for Gary Anderson. No, he can't. Few theatrical boos as ever from the crowd.
Well, got a possible 10 dart leg. But ball, double 16, 25, treble 19, ball.
He'll be after it. Pretty hacked off to have done that.
Close to the M25. It's not far away.
Double 8. Level 4.
It's a
Double
big
2.
chance, break a throw.
Oh, surely not. Surely not.
Absolutely incredible. Tremendous leg of darts. Just chasing doubles around the board.
Taylor looking for a steal. Double 5.
This alert. How many times have we seen Taylor do that? Was it the boss?
59.
Simon Whitlock fans, no doubt.
Trying to say Simon Whitlock looks like a scarecrow.
Just the Australian connection, I don't know.
140.
It's brought the crowd alive a little bit.
58.
Anderson will be hurting a little bit inside after at one moment looking as though he was on for a 9-darter and then winding up losing the leg. I suppose he'll say later, oh, that's darts, as he usually does, but
25.
at this stage in the match, not what he needs.
Oh, he looks a little grumpy. A bit like my
100.
like the Faye down my local dry cleaners next week when I drop 20 shirts off. I don't think she'll be that impressed either.
Might as well take mine along as well.
84.
Anderson's throw under a lot of pressure here, but this is cheering him up and putting him on a finish.
2 treble 20s, double 16 for a break. A little bit of control of this match for the first time. Where's he found this from?
He's on
My goodness me. He might be 56, he might have won everything in the game, but he can still throw a bit.
Typically Taylor.
First time he's been in this position in this match. Anderson had the break and the 2-leg cushion. Now it's the other way round, and listen to the crowd.
Look how the game can turn around though. He's set up a 10-dart leg, double 8, and we've gone inside 8s, inside 4s, inside 2s. And Taylor nicks it. Last dart, double 5.
He's had a 131, he's had a 152. And now, most importantly, these 2 legs in front. Winner of this one, if you've not been watching all the way through the weekend, incidentally, you've missed some fantastic darts, so where have you been? Don't do it again. But if you're just joining us, in the final, they'll be playing either Michael van Gerwen or Adrian Lewis, whoever prevails in this match.
Yep, that one's up next. Gary will be aware that Phil's not exactly setting the world alight in terms of scoring, so he's just got to, when he got him on the back foot, keep him there.
Phil Taylor had that epic semi-final against Michael van Gerwen last year when he had darts to beat him and eventually losing in the deciding leg.
40. Gary, you require 104.
Michael didn't really look like winning that match until he did.
Yep.
If that doesn't, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
Absolutely. Oh, he trailed all the way through, didn't he? Nice bit of comfortable leg, this one for Gary.
99.
Just
Gary,
wants to make
require
sure.
40.
Break straight back. And he's done it. Finishing's been decent, scoring's not been sensational, but 6 out of 12 for Anderson and 7 out of 13 for Taylor, both very respectable.
Game on.
World class. Well, anything over 40% is tidy.
140.
There's visual confirmation of what we were babbling on about.
$60. $100.
Going to be back on level terms unless Taylor starts.
Well, 180 just to get him onto 261.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. Okay, that's what you want, Chris, that's what you get. He is astonishing.
That was risky.
35.
Bit of it, a 20 there, no finish.
Never in doubt, was it, Gary? Well, Taylor's going to be on a finish as well.
140. Gary,
121, made a hash of it last time he was on that, but Anderson's got a chance here, 19 for bullseye. Oh yes, 126. What about that?
Have some of that.
15th leg, Phil to throw first. Game on.
Great response this by Gary.
And it's level again.
Gary of a few years ago, I can assure you, had been wounded by that. The previous 2 legs that Taylor effectively stole. But made a different metal nowadays.
100.
It's kind of a confidence thing, isn't it? It's knowing that he's been there and done
Exactly.
it. He's no longer
knowledge.
striving. He knows that he can do it.
Yes. There's nothing like this, you know, you can do it all in the practice room, you can do it all in practice sessions and record them and hit big averages, but actually doing it when it matters gives you total confidence and belief.
91.
Nice cover shots.
Well, it's good thinking because he knows now a 140 leaves 170 or a 180 leaves 130.
He's the treble 20 here, didn't he?
Got to finish. 164.
Paused, I think, because something fell out of Russ Bray's pocket. Not sure if it was his wallet, but obviously distracted Phil, whatever it was.
Require 164.
Well, I didn't see any moths on stage, so safe to say it was probably chewing gum. And it would have hit him on the back of the neck.
85.
So no finish for Gary Anderson.
Although 79's not the nicest finish in the world.
105. Failure requires 79.
Treble 19?
Yeah, it's one of those because double 11's one of them kind of doubles that you...
But it's fairly easy to get.
Just took
A very level
16th
game.
leg, Gary
Remains a
Defoe
pick 'em
first.
match.
Absolutely.
Game on.
Both have had their moments where they've pulled too clear and then got pegged back.
140.
One little push now to the line. The race to 11 legs.
$96.
Into that one. Too much shoulder.
85.
Well, it's near impossible to do, but he just needs to stay relaxed.
$100.
£60,000 prize for the winner of this weekend.
All pretty irrelevant to these boys. Just numbers to them.
100.
Must be nice.
You would know.
You would
With,
know.
with your flash shirts.
Behave.
My wardrobe's on HP.
140.
No check out on 165. Still advantage Anderson.
77.
Oh, that's a silly shot, leaving 99. We might see another tops from Gary if he doesn't hit the treble 19. That's in, so 90 left. 65 left if he comes back.
99.
See what he can do then. Well, there's
Tops,
the 19.
tops. Low again. Pressure.
65.
Taylor 65 for 9-7. Big moment in the course of the match. Tops. Oh yes. Steely nerve, and that's a big break at this stage.
It is, it's massive. Now just 2 away from the winning line.
Anderson leaving himself on 99 was not good.
Yeah, Gary's really like outplaying him in every department apart from finishing stats.
100.
Higher average, more 180s, more ton pluses.
Both of them averaging over the ton now.
First time for Taylor. It's crazy. This is a few years ago. This would be regarded as an absolute
29.
classic masterclass. Now we view it as pretty much par for the course.
137.
That's more like it.
I think it's a must-win leg really for Gary. Pretty much game on or game over.
Good time to find a 140 for Taylor.
99.
And it's still
Holding on to his
advantage.
coattails, isn't he? Just.
Just.
Oh dear, this could be the end.
Great time to throw in a 140.
A great time to hit at 180.
123.
Just took a terrible deflection.
Who you require?
Yeah. It was on its way in, wasn't it?
Yep.
2 darts. Okay, 3. He's missed it. He's missed it, by Jove. Now.
Could this be the moment? This would be massive.
What a checkout. Treble 18, double 12, and Phil Taylor can do no more than shake his head. He thought he'd got him there.
Standard of that finish and the situation and the circumstances was absolutely outstanding.
Of such moments are champions made.
83.
Both of them have got tournament checkout rates of over 50%. Never mind this match. A pair of them have been in wonderful form.
Yeah, that is outstanding. break's not a break if you don't hold. And he's doing his best to give this, or give that break straight back to Taylor. 9-all. It's the best of 3.
132.
A masterful cover shot. Advantage Taylor just about. Will be if Gary doesn't find a treble here.
97.
Badly needed that.
48 in front, minus these. Can Taylor. It's just perfect in the bed for him, isn't it?
140.
No finish, but he's got a big advantage now.
Needs to fill it. Well, minimum requirement 140.
100.
Advantage Taylor, 6 starts. Well, you'd think.
Well, Anderson's checked out a 152. 161 can be done.
It's a big ask.
99.
Big player.
You require 161.
Well, this would bring the roof down if he goes and gets this, and it's not to be.
96.
Well, all he can do is cross his fingers and hope. But they're finishing. The stats suggest he gets this.
The stats were wrong.
Gary requires
Anderson
65.
poised now for a steal. Tops. And the Scotsman puts the 65 away.
Absolutely brilliant. Showing incredible bottle.
First. Game on.
It's back level, 9-all. First to 11.
Best of 3 now. Great chance now for Gary. What a time to find your scoring boots. Good recovery.
125.
It's pretty good. Has Taylor blinked a little? Anderson's got the throw now. Didn't need a 5.
45.
Great chance to take control of the leg there, has gone begging.
Yeah, very much so. He'll be kicking himself, stood behind.
45.
Wow.
Nerves.
You can feel it.
Great time to find that.
Well, he's now got the throw in this leg. Effectively then. Throw for the match. Yep, so he's got the throw.
99.
6 starts from 191.
You get that every day of the week in practice.
Oh.
Rather different now.
And some.
100.
Great last start. I've just got that feeling Taylor's going to apply a heap of pressure. That's awkward now, though.
For once, he didn't quite do
No.
that.
Throughout this match, it's when he's been piling in a big shot.
91 for the break of throw. Great dart. Tops. Double 10. And he's taken it. That is a kick to Taylor.
20th leg, Gary the throw first.
Ty
Game on.
loves that. For the match.
'97.
Just about got away with it with that cover shot.
Didn't quite have the explosiveness we anticipated, but it's been a fascinating match. Loads of pivotal moments and turning points and pressures.
Crowd can't quite make up their mind who they're shouting for.
No.
I think a fair few of them would like to see the decider. Gary Anderson wouldn't. He wants this to be the conclusion.
143 in front, minus these.
60.
Well, now in complete control. It's in his hands.
His to lose, as they say.
140.
140.
Nicely done.
depending on what Taylor hits. Nothing heroic. Although he does love double 12, so be begging for a 60.
9-4.
See if he can find it. Treble 20 then, first port of call. Not to be, 16s or 8s. Double 8 now. Oh, what a check out, 84. And he is through to the final. Phil Taylor sportingly applauds and says, well played. At one stage, it looked as though Taylor was seizing control of that match. Gary Anderson, as Chris Mason told you, is made of sterner stuff nowadays. He dug in there, stayed with him, found some real quality, big pressure checkouts, and ultimately takes the match with the checkout that really counts. The crowd celebrating a Scottish victory because Gary Anderson has beaten Phil Taylor by 11 legs to 9.